Are WWE bringing back an ECW show annually? We've got the backstage WWE reaction to the Motor City Machine Guns run so far, and 3 new WWE ID prospects have been revealed. It's time for the news. Following the success of NXT 2300, which I, by the way, thought was an excellent show, there is said to be internal talk about making an ECW-themed night for NXT an annual event, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter. As I say, I thought it was so much fun. I found it the perfect balance of nostalgia, but putting the focus on the stars of tomorrow within NXT. I loved practically everything on that show.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I think you're right. I think they did have the perfect balance. I thought the cameos and the people there as well didn't take away from what was the focus of the people in the ring either, which was really, really cool. I wouldn't mind seeing them do this quite frequently-ish, annually, I guess.
Well up for it.
Yeah.
Isn't it mad, like, how almost 25 years on from the demise of ECW, we're only a few years away from that, so many people still have such strong nostalgia for the brand. In fact, that nostalgia sort of exists within wrestling fans who weren't necessarily even watching at the time. It's been there are so many companies who have done these ECW nostalgia shows. I was rewatching the TNA one that they did like 15 years ago or so now, and like, people just love it still. Little Guido, he was so good on the night. So good. He was on that TNA show as well, and he's not aged since then. He looks absolutely incredible for his age. I really, really enjoyed what they did with him there. Rhino, just goring people, was always lovely to see. I thought it was great. I'm well up for it. An interesting note on this, by the way, as part of this report, WWE attempted to book the Hammerstein Ballroom for NXT following the success of that the arena show, but it was too close to the dates that Tony Khan has it booked for AEW/Ring of Honor. So they'll get there eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't do that show annually and then not end up there. So that'll happen at some point.
Absolutely,
and I really hope they do. I really hope they do it. We got the backstage reaction to the Motor City Machine Guns. They are already on one hell of a run within WWE. They have only been there for a cup of coffee, and WrestleVotes Radio has given a bit of insight into the backstage feeling toward that tag team.
Yes, they said, we are hearing the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, have endeared themselves to the SmackDown locker room in the short time they've been a part of the company. We have heard from multiple sources how well liked, how approachable and communicative they've been, and what an asset they're turning out to be. A source said it feels like they've been here for years, and there was like a little I think they went to visit the WWE offices. They put this up on their YouTube channel, and they just seemed so respectful. And everybody that they saw, I think Sheamus was there as well, and they were like, oh, we've been waiting so long for you guys to get here, which is really cool. Like, a lot of these people have obviously crossed paths with the Motor City Machine Guns in some capacity throughout the years. And like, for them to have made such an impression on them then to where they are now, being in the company where some of these people are, and then being like, so glad you've made it. It's really, really nice.
That's the thing, isn't it? Like, with the Motor City Machine Guns, there are going to be people in that SmackDown locker room who literally grew up watching them. Despite the fact that they never made it to WWE, so many people would have been watching the glory years of TNA and the various spells that they had in TNA, in fact, and feel like they know them, I guess. You never hear a bad word, do you? I was so happy when I read that.
I can't remember who it was, and I feel like this was on one of the episodes of SmackDown. Someone on commentary said, I think it was Corey, actually. I think he said, they're your favourite tag team's favourite tag team, which is such a good way to like introduce them to the audience as well that maybe might not be familiar with them. Like,
when I saw this pop up, I was like, oh no, they don't have heat for winning the belts too quick, or something daft like that. Because like, if you think back, like, you can understand maybe some people might have been miffed when, at the top of my head, Santino, right? Santino comes in, first night in the company, wins the IC title. There are people that have been working toward that for a long, long time. But Motor City Machine Guns have already had an incredible incredible career in wrestling, and so it's great to hear that they're respected, and not just that, but they're giving back and they're giving advice and all that sort of stuff as well. Wonderful news. Also wonderful news for 3 new WWE ID prospects. It was revealed at Thursday night's yesterday's Firestar Pro Wrestling event that Jackson Drake is now a prospect for WWE ID. He is their world champion, primarily wrestling out of North Carolina and Georgia. And also an interesting note, he lost to Brian Keith in a squash match on the August 2nd episode of AEW Rampage. Do you remember that? I don't. I didn't watch it. He's well,
no, might as well not.
It's so weird. I remember watching this guy a couple of years ago, and then I looked him up afterwards because I haven't kept up with his career. I won't lie. And he's got ripped. He's shredded.
He's a shredded boy.
Abs.
He gives me Finn Balor vibes, like quite like slim, but like got the like ripped physique and everything. Again, I've not really followed this guy's career at all, but from the little bits that I've seen, he is sort of like he seems like a natural heel. Like he's got the good looks and everything to be that sort of cocky heel, and he plays up to the crowd at the shows that he does, and I think he's got a lot of promise.
Good luck to him. Also unveiled at Beyond Wrestling's Open on Thursday night, Brad Baylor has been signed to the program, as well as Aaron Rourke. So Brad Baylor has only been wrestling since 2021, primarily on the Northeast indie scene in the US. Outside of Beyond, he's worked for NEW, PAPW, and PPW. He's a bit of a pretty boy.
And Aaron Rourke also primarily wrestles in the Northeast of the United States for Beyond Wrestling, Limitless Wrestling, and Create a Pro. He's worked WXW's Tag Team Festival as part of Y2Q in 2023 as well.
Nice. He's a bit of an alternative look about him.
Yeah, I think he, out of the 3 of them, is the one who has maybe the more developed look.
He's your favourite, right? Because he wears face paint and he reminds you a little bit of Jeff Hardy, despite the fact that he looks nothing like him. You're a mark for face paint, aren't you? That's all it is.
He does a good job with it, thoh.
It's lovely face paint.
It is lovely face paint.
Well done to Aaron Rourke and his face paint. Also well done to a dog who has outsold wrestlers. This is nuts. So CM Punk, obviously a massive draw for WWE, but it's not just him doing his bit. Larry is shifting a healthy amount of merchandise. In fact, more than some superstars. I hate this story. Go on, Andrew. WrestleVotes Radio talking about this.
They said some merchandising news. We're told WWE was absolutely thrilled with the initial run items of Larry the Dog, CM Punk's dog. Just in case you didn't know. So much so, we are told to expect multiple new Larry items to feature upon CM Punk's return to TV. A source did say Larry the Dog outgrew several current superstars as well as WWE legends on WWE Shop over the course of his merchandising release. We have a t-shirt. He did have, I believe, a stuffed dog is either in the works or on the way.
Doesn't surprise me. Well, if you like the dog, then fair play. I hate that dog so much. With a true vengeance, I hate that dog. Wow. I think it's an absolute greasy little mutt. I can't stand it. You'd be livid, wouldn't you? If you're a WWE legend, you're relying on these paychecks, and then people log on to WWEshop.com and they see that dog and they think that's what I want to wear on my chest.
People love dogs.
He's not. He's a rat. He's a horrible, disgusting. No, fair play. Fair play to the dog. Well done. Hopefully he's getting a cut of the royalties and CM Punk isn't hoarding all of that wealth away from his disgusting, greasy little rat of a dog. Anyway, that's it for the news. More dog news and maybe some wrestling tomorrow with Sam and Fraser. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Adam.
I've been Andrew.
And we'll see you soon.